I think even for you, I
Yeah.
think you're even like, what is going on here? How is this even working so well?
It is like almost kind of a little scary. But I think one of the reasons why the results are so much better is because the majority of chronic back pain is not structurally caused, and it was just learned.
I'm really excited about what you're doing, because if we can get better tools on managing that part, and we can actually convince insurance companies, et cetera, to pay for different types of treatment, there's a huge component of chronic pain that has to do with the psychological part of it. And obviously, mindfulness types of training can be extremely helpful. And from a medical perspective, if it's not physiologic pain, the doctor tells you to go away.
Right.
And that is not a very thoughtful or compassionate or very helpful to patients. I didn't necessarily, I don't agree with you, but I'm so fascinated about the implications. So the way that you intellectually structure this, I think, can be very negative to people who have chronic pain from a medical perspective.
That's really interesting that you say that, because I feel the same way about you.
What?
I feel like letting someone know that there's something physically wrong with you is incredibly damaging, because it reinforces to their brain this danger.
That's only part of what I say.
I know.
And what if it's true?
I
What
think
if
if it's
there
I
is-
think if it's true, you know, I agree with you. I think letting someone know there's nothing structurally wrong with you, if there is incredibly damaging. But likewise, I think letting someone know there is something structurally wrong with you, if there isn't, is just going to perpetuate the perceived danger. But I'm really, really thorough and vigilant to not do that, because you never, ever want to treat someone from this approach if there's something structurally wrong with you. The difference between us is our belief of what percentage of chronic back pain patients have something physically wrong with them.
But here's where I think we differ, is that I think that you can have these structural things going on,
Right.
and you can also tell them that they don't have to have pain from them.
But that is what I tell them. You know, I say
But you're
you have-
saying no, you're saying there's nothing structurally wrong
I'm
with you.
saying that they're normal abnormalities. Saying there's something structurally wrong with you implies that the structural abnormalities are causing the pain. There's something structurally wrong with all of us. I mean, the only people who don't have structural
really?
abnormalities.
So there is.
Of course.
So we can't educate people about their actual body that they're living in?
I let people know, you know, you have a disc herniation, you have disc desiccation, you have arthritis, but that's totally normal, and it isn't the cause of your pain. When we say there's nothing...
But when I'm saying what their pain is, I'm saying it's a complex phenomenon, and maybe, or this thing could be contributing to it,
Right.
but your experience of
Right.
pain,
I
you're
think
saying that's...
I think it's very simple. You know, it's like, I think that it's like if someone's sick, you're not like it's 70% bacterial and 30% viral. It's usually one or the other. And generally speaking, I think that it's either entirely structurally based, it's structurally based, but the brain is exacerbating it, or it's entirely generated by the brain. And I think the majority of people
that is not my
fall.
experience, that most people who are suffering from very significant chronic pain have both components
How
to it.
could you know, though?
Because
What are
that's
you
what I
basing
do
that
for
on?
a living.
No, until you get them out of pain, you can't know what was causing their pain. You know, of the 16 patients that we've seen in the treatment group who've completed it so far, 13 of them are either completely pain-free or nearly pain-free, right? And you can't know what was the cause of their pain for sure until you've treated it and made that determination.